finish. Okay, so we have 6 weeks to get you guys done. Every state is different. Some states you got 8 hours to drive, some states 10 hours. But I will say this: Ohio, Florida, other states are increasing how many hours you need because a lot of kids and young adults 19, 20, 21 are making dumb mistakes when they drive, rear-ending someone, driving, losing control, raise up insurance costs. So Ohio, they're changing the rules. So it could be a year or two, but I predict maybe you guys might have to come back for an additional 6 hours, 8 hours of in class, not in car, but in class, because every 7, 10 years, each state says, listen, we're losing too many young people. So it really depends on you. If you miss a drive or if you get sick or miss a class day, you're going to have to make that up next month. So the driving school is not going to be non-compliant. The state will take their driver's license away. So you have to have 24 hours of class, 6 hours of driving. If you don't finish in a certain time because you're sick or something happens, they're going to freeze your account. It could be 6 months, it could be 8 months, it could be 9 months. But you have to finish driver's ed. If you don't, then the school will offer you a refund back. This is not for everyone. Some kids don't make it through for various reasons: family situations, legal reasons, maybe violation of probation, maybe you get in trouble with the law, you get arrested, maybe your parents are getting divorced and there's a custody battle going on. I'm just giving you some situations that I've seen over the years. So you have to try your best to make your drives and get it done, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult it is. The bottom line is football can wait, dance can wait. Your parents kind of overschedule you. You need to put driver's ed first. But a lot of you won't do that because you're kind of helter-skelter. So most students are done in 6 weeks. You have class done. You have all your drives done. Your test is turned into the office. I'm very attention to detail about your drive cards, about your test. I turn the paperwork in, and then it's there. So when you're done driving, we drop off the green card within 7 to 10 days. They'll check your attendance, make sure your test is there, check the card, enter it into the computer, and then the state will generate a digital copy of your certificate of completion. Then you need to go to Secretary of State. Your parents need to bring a birth certificate. Like, let's pretend that your parents lost your birth certificate. Now you got to go to the Department of Records in downtown or wherever the county building is. And then your parents have to make an appointment. They have to show their driver's license. They have to show their birth certificate. They have to show their social security card, because a lot of people make fraudulent documents. So most of you will be done in 6 weeks. Some you won't. And then you're going to have to repeat a week of class. How do we get smoother in braking at lights? Learn to brake earlier. Learn to judge distance. It's like shooting a basketball at half court. Some of you will shoot an air ball. It'll go 20 feet. Some of you will shoot it so hard, you'll go over the rim. But over time, you'll learn to aim. I'm using a basketball. Most of you are teenage age and you understand about a basketball. You've seen a high school gym. You've seen a three-point shot. You've seen a half-court shot. So I'm using something that you know. A lot of you brake too late and you almost hit a car. Some of you brake too early. You're like 5 cars, 8 cars, 10 cars back. It does take practice. So your parents will scream at you. Your instructors won't. We have a brake. Your parents don't. Your parents have 1 or 2 cars. We have a driver's ed car that's kind of disposable. If you crash, you'll fail the course. We'll get another car. We'll put another brake in, put another mirror in. But if you are crashing cars, then you really don't need to be driving, just to be honest. So I gave you an example of how you learn to brake smoother. Have thin sole shoes. Caden, you good, man? You know, I see your video lights flashing. I just want to make sure. I would hate to remove a kid who's on a video game. Hey, let me tell a story about a kid on a video game. So let's pretend, you know, Caden is playing and he's like, okay, bro, you know, looks like a video game, sounds like a video game. We see lights flashing. Caden is probably going to be removed. So Caden, I'm just giving you a tip. I don't want to see any more lights. I will remove a kid like that. So, Caden, it's on tape. So consider yourself warned. Got you, Caden. So I don't want to see it anymore. You're going to be removed. There's always a reason why. Some of you are here for a makeup. You got kicked out. You didn't do your job. So there's always a reason why. Now, one pure reason, one kid was with his grandpa on a lake fishing, and he couldn't go on Zoom because he couldn't get a signal. But the rest of you, you have whatever excuse you have to be here. So I've already talked to Caden. I'm not going to worry about that. If I see flashing lights again, you'll be removed. Okay, I'm going to go to the next question. What do I do if I'm trying to get on the freeway and other people won't let me? Well, what you need to do is learn how to merge. You've got to get on that ramp, push the gas pedal to the floor, and get up to about 55 or 60. Most beginning drivers, you're scared to push the gas pedal. And when you're scared to push the gas pedal, you're going to panic and lift your foot. And when you lift your foot, you go slower. They're doing 60. They're doing 70. They're doing 80. They're doing 90. They're doing 100. Slow moving traffic stays to the right. When you're going down a ramp, I should see you look over your shoulder to see if there's a gap. But you guys are scared. You won't do that. You won't even look in your rear mirror. So really, you're going down the ramp blind. It's like walking in the hallway and you go over to the left side and you cut off someone behind you, and then they push you, and now you get beat up. And then your friends post it on Instagram. So I'm giving you an example. So in school, you got to look. I don't want to cut over anyone, step on anyone's shoe, because, your teenage peers really get angry over random stuff. Like you post an inappropriate picture. You say something about their mom, and people are ready to knock you out. Same thing when you drive. If you cut off someone intentionally, unintentionally, they're ready to fight you. It's road rage. So I think a lot of you have seen that. So let's keep moving. You have to get out smoothly. And if you have good speed, you'll be able to get out in front of traffic or behind traffic. What are some common mistakes made in driving in bad weather? You go too fast. You don't realize it's cold. All of your learning in the summer. You don't know about winter driving. You don't know about cleaning off your car. You don't know about filling your car up when it's at a fourth of a tank. You don't know about letting your car warm up. So you guys are going to wake up just like it's in the summer. School's going to start in September. You can get up 10 minutes, throw on a hoodie, throw on some old dirty jeans, and you good for the day. But in the wintertime, you got to scrape off ice off your car. You've got to let your car warm up. Your car's going to be cold. You can't just get in the car. You got to let the defroster. So you guys will have a rude surprise. And if you are a last minute person to get to school, like a lot of us are, you're going to end up speeding, sliding into the street, sliding across the intersection, trying to make a turn, and you slide across. So your parents will help you with that this winter. I drive year round, and in the wintertime, we leave earlier. We take our time. We're patient. So just take your time. That's the biggest thing. Take your time. Leave plenty of stopping distance. That's so important. How can I become a better driver on the highway? Practice in the morning and rush hour. Practice in the afternoon and rush hour. Practice early afternoon when it's chilled. Practice early morning when it's chilled. If your parents don't take you out, then you're going to be scared and panic on the expressway. There's no other way. If you want to be a good video gamer, you want to be a good football player, you want to be a good AI prompt engineer, you want to be a good person doing art, you have to put in work. But a lot of you won't do that because your parents don't have time, or you're always rushing, or you're trying to go out to your friend's house, and then you want to go to the mall. You got to make time to learn how to drive. When I drive, you guys, I make time for you. We focus on the process, you learning how to drive, you feeling comfortable. I look at your physical attributes. Are you driving straight armed? Are you looking down at the speedometer? Are you not looking in the mirror? Are you not checking blind spots? I give you reminders because good instructors are always patient, they're kind, and I'm going to read this to you. Good instructors are nice. They don't yell at you when you make a mistake. A lot of you have ran lights, almost ran into cars. I don't rip your head off. Your mom and dad, they're going to do that. I make conversation with you. Tell me about your school. What grade are you in? What job do you have? right? What does your dad and mom do for a living? Because I'm a social person. I want to get to know you. I'm considerate. Okay. I share classroom stories. And I'm a fun teacher. I enjoy this because I love working with people, getting you ready for the future. Is it hard work? Yes. Is it scary? Yes. When are you able to drive alone without a parent? When you're about 16 and a half or about 17. It depends on your birth date. It depends on your hours. 16 and a half or 17. That's a general answer. Each of you had different birth dates. Each of you will finish segment one at a different time. Each of you will get your 30 hours in 3 months. Some of you won't get 30 hours in 3 months because you got a problem in school. You argue with your parent. You don't want to listen. So they're going to say, you know what? We're not going to roll you for segment two because your grades are terrible or you're disrespectful to your stepmom. So your parents do have control over you until you're 18. So everyone is a little bit different. When I'm trying to make a right turn, should I come to a complete stop or just turn or just slow down? The first thing is do you have a green light? Do you have a red light? Do you have a yellow light? Is there a pedestrian in front of you? Is the light getting ready to change green? So there are other variables that I need you to look at once you are learning how to drive. And it's not as simple as go and make your right turn. You've got to slow down and go under 20 miles an hour. A lot of beginning drivers go too fast in a right turn and they swerve out to the second lane. That's the driving error. You'll cut off her car. Some drivers cut it short and they hit the curb. That's fail. You'll crash the car. We'll hit the crosswalk sign. So you want to go slow into your turn. You want to look left, check traffic, look back to the right. So there are a lot of variables. You can't just make a right turn. You got to look. And a lot of beginners don't look. They just kind of are like in a zone. It's like you're a robot. So you got to look and check traffic. And once I see you checking to the left, and I see Alexander checking to the left, I see Brady checking to the left, I see Nina checking to the left, I see Jacob checking to the left, okay? I see Carl checking to the left because I want you to have vision in the turns because a kid could be walking across, a car could be running a light. So you got to assume that cars and traffic are coming. What are some driving rules most people forget that aren't always obvious? To put on your seatbelt, to slow down at a yellow light. If you can stop in 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1003, you need to safely stop. Now, there are some instant yellows. That is very scary. The light will just turn yellow. And if we don't want to slam brakes and lose control of the car, we don't want to slam brakes because we can get rear-ended. And here's what happens to all of you as beginners. You go 10 under the limit. You go 12 under the limit. That puts us in danger. And from my experience, if you go 10 under the limit, cars making left turns, they're going to turn right in front of us because we're the last car in the pack of cars. Or that young driver who's not sure, they're going to turn in front of us. Or that older driver, no cap on older drivers, they're going to turn in front of us. So from my experience, I need you to drive at the speed limit. Yes, some instructors to say, I need you to drive 10 under the limit and I don't care. I'm not that type of instructor. I want you to drive at the speed limit. Most lights in the area have timers. They are computer controlled. They measure the traffic in 4 or 5 different areas to stay green, to push traffic through. So that's what I see. So putting on seatbelt, not recognizing yellow and red lights, not looking right before you make a right turn and almost hitting a pedestrian, not checking your blind spot. Those are just a few. And I'm just going to sprinkle you with 3 or 4 things to help you, and we keep it going. I like the questions. What is the safest way to practice parallel parking? You get some trash cans in front of your house once you get your permit, and you practice in front of your house. You practice so you can efficiently parallel park within about 5 turns of the steering wheel. You line your car up, you put it in reverse, you turn your wheel all the way to the right. You back in at a 45. When you're halfway past the car, you turn back to the left. For most of you, around the 3rd parallel park, because we practice, you understand it. But if you don't practice when you're done with me, you're going to forget. You're You're 15 and a half, you don't parallel park. You're 15.8, you don't parallel park. You're 16.1, you almost got your 50 hours. Now you got your 50 hours, you're 16, but you panic because one of your friends failed parallel park. So you always want to practice, okay? You've got to practice. So trash cans in front of the house, you can practice, line your car up. And if you really want to be a good driver, you got to practice. I like the question. What should I do if someone is tailgating? Okay, you want to maintain speed. You never want to slam brakes because you can get a ticket. They can too. If you maintain speed, the tailgater will eventually change lanes to the left or right. And a lot of you as beginning drivers, because you drive slower, we're tailgated. People are in a hurry. Soccer moms, bus drivers, semi-truck drivers, mom and dad in car, young drivers. They're tailgating because they're moving really fast. So you want to adjust your speed, maintain speed, and if you can get over to the right, you get over. If you can't, you just maintain speed. Real talk. I like the question. Let's keep going. What do you think is the hardest part of driving? Just feeling comfortable. Learning what your mom wants. Learning what your dad wants. Having your mom and dad in the car. It's weird. It's scary. Your dad's watching you. Your mom is telling you what to do. Whoever's in the front is the co-pilot. Your brother, sister's in the back. You're going to kill me, right? No, mom and dad, can you tell him to stop? So feeling comfortable, getting used to the bigger car, getting used to the smaller car, learning how to drive when it's dark, learning how to drive early in the morning when it's dark, learning how to drive during rush hour. 2 to 5 is the most dangerous time because you got young drivers, speed, you got the football players. They're going to go to get a couple pizzas because the game is at 7:30 tonight. You got your teachers leaving. You got the young kids at the elementary, the soccer moms and soccer dads are picking up junior. So I think just feeling comfortable and reviewing your driving protocol, putting on your seatbelt, checking your blind spot, maybe waiting for the high school parking lot to clear because guys are going to speed out. Girls are going to speed out. If you don't believe me, go to your high school parking lot. There are burn out marks all around the parking lot. That's your friends doing donuts. Not the donuts you eat, but spinning around. That's girls doing donuts. That's boys drifting. They do it all the time. You guys aren't stupid. You know your friends are there tearing up their cars or tearing up mom and dad's car. So just feeling comfortable and learning how to deal with the roundabout. Learning how to deal with left turns because you got to come up to the middle, let traffic go by. When it's clear, you make your left turn. A lot of beginners, you don't go up far enough. And when you turn, you're almost going into the wrong lane. Okay? What is the best way to transition to become comfortable in poor weather? Leaving early, making sure your car is warmed up, making sure your defroster is on. If it's heavy rain, making sure you have good windshield wipers. For a lot of you, when you drive in your first heavy rain, maybe the windshield wipers have not been changed in 4 or 5 years. It's going to be really hard to see. For a lot of you in that first heavy snowfall, you're going to have ice on the car and you don't have a scraper. For a lot of you, you're going to be driving on an expressway and you're going to get a really bad snow and you're going to go from 70 down to 30. So we live in the Midwest. There's a lot of rain, snow, cold weather, instant rain, ice, black ice. They will shut down schools. And if they shut down schools, the roads are bad. So you have to take your time to get out there and go slower in bad weather. And take your time and make sure you have good headlights. If you're driving a car that's 5, 7, or 10 years old, you might want to put fresh headlights in. You might want to put fresh windshield wipers in. You might want to change that battery because after about 5 or 7 years, the heat in the summertime and the cold in the wintertime are very hard on batteries. It's called preventative maintenance. And the driver's car has new brakes and new tires. The driver's car drives so smooth. Thank you, guys. And oil change. So I really want to feel safe in the driver's car, and I really express that to you because we have a shorter stopping distance. The brakes are nice and smooth, and a lot of you are really starting to get comfortable with the car, and so I'm happy. Let me go to the next question. What's the best way to get better and take your smooth turns? Go into your turn slow. You turn hand over hand into the turn and accelerate out. You don't, a lot of you are going in about 25. You make a panic stop and the rear of the car spins out. In the wintertime, I've had students spin around in a circle because you're going too fast, because you don't know how to slow down. And a lot of you don't want to take coaching. You think you know everything. And then when kids or adults think they know everything, your teacher's not going to try anymore. So ignorance is no excuse. So your teachers, your coaches, your parents, that OG down the block, the old lady down the block, they're proud of you. But you got to show them respect. So you shouldn't be driving fast through your neighborhood because your neighbors are watching you. They're going to go live on Facebook, and then they're going to send a screenshot of your license plate to the sheriff. This kid always goes 40 down my street. There are little kids playing. I'm going to take a picture of his license. And then guess what? You're going to get a knock at your door in the evening, and it's going to be the sheriff. So you really have to be on your best behavior. I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm just telling you the truth. What are some things about parallel parking that will help you? Practice any downtown area. Practice going through your neighborhood. Find two cars. Okay, they look good. Line up, reverse in. Practice, practice, practice. Don't wait till your road test. What do you do if you hit black ice while driving? Lift your foot. Don't panic. Look where you're going. I've had students do that in the wintertime. Go on the off-ramp. The car kind of spins. We lift our foot. We pray for a second, and then we look straight ahead. It can be a little bit scary, but it's about control. And if the temperature drops, if it's ice on your windshield, it's probably ice on the road. Okay, I saw about the full name. Yeah, you'll get credit. Okay, I thought the questions were good. I need all of you to type in what are a couple of things you're learning right now from that first drive, from that second drive. What are you learning right now? Please type in what you are learning from your first and second drive. What do you need to improve on? What are your goals in the class? Take a moment, think about that. And some of the things I try to follow while you guys are putting in information, what makes a good driving instructor from the students' points? Patience, being nice, having conversation. Most of you, I know what your parents do. I know what grade you're in because I'm an educator, and that's really important. Making conversation with you, being considerate. Everyone's a little bit different. Being a fun teacher. I enjoy cars. I enjoy teaching. It is work. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the car 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. I don't work every day. I can change my schedule. And we have a good company that recognizes this, and they really help the instructors. If I don't want to work a lot of hours, I won't. If I want to work a lot of hours and stack it up and make that money and help my family and get a new 5090 video card, get a new part for my race car, I'll do that. But there's a price to pay. Like this morning, I was really tired. Okay, I got a coffee. I was good. I was really tired. And then remember, you have school in less than 30 days. I'm an educator. Next week on Monday, I go back to school for training. This later in the week, I have a professional development. So I've always had two jobs, teaching and doing driver's ed. And teachers make good driver's ed instructors, state police officers, military workers, school bus drivers, because a lot of people don't like kids. A lot of people don't want to be around you. You don't listen, you get an attitude, you don't want to put in the work. But some people really thrive in education. I had good teachers in high school, good teachers in college. Give positive reinforcement. I'm always trying to give you good reinforcement. Great job. Nice lane change. Good speed control. Great job. And I always give you that, and it's from my heart. I'm not going to be in the car and be fake with you. You can tell if someone is fake. I always remind you to do things constantly, to get better. And then what I've learned over the years, just settle down, stay chilled. But if you're all over the road, I'm going to help you because we can't risk you crashing. In the classroom, I'll let you interact with other students. I'll let you fix your mistakes. And yes, you got to come to a complete stop, because if you do a rolling stop, that's automatic fail. If your mom or dad does a rolling stop, your brother does a rolling stop, you, in your mind, you think it's okay. When you take your road test, you do a rolling stop, automatic failure. Let's pretend your mom and dad run yellow lights. Your brother runs yellow lights. Your uncle runs yellow lights. Your auntie runs yellow lights. So in your mind, you're like, it's okay. But when you take your road test and you have Mr. Road Tester and you run a light, automatic failure, because it's a dangerous maneuver, because you could get hit. And eventually you're going to get a ticket or you're going to get hit. It's just a matter of time. And I don't like playing those odds. I don't want to get hit. Left turns are very dangerous with the beginning drivers. We wait for the green arrow. Right turns, we come to a complete stop. You look, we check. And I trust you. I have to trust you. Once I trust you, I give you more trust. Trust is earned because I'm in the car with you.